Hey guys, welcome to Digit, and this is going to be a brief overview of the D-Link DIR 615 wireless N router from obviously D-Link. This is an N300 router as we've seen previously. What that means is this is going to be an 802.11 router with single band. That's the 2.4 gigahertz band, and the maximum bandwidth on that band is 300 Mbps. This does not mean that if you get an 8 Mbps connection from your ISP and you use this router, you're going to get 300 Mbps. That's not how this works. However, 300 Mbps is sort of the maximum cap throughout the network infrastructure. So if you were talking to two different PCs on the same network that is connected by the D-Link router, then the speed between them would be sort of half of N300. So that will be like maximum of 150 Mbps. So that's how you interpret the speeds on the device. And we see that it has 3 indicator LEDs on the front, which is rather shiny. So it's going to be a fingerprint magnet, obviously. The 3 indicating LEDs are for power, whether the Wi-Fi is on or not, and lastly whether the internet connection is on or not. On the underside, we have seen that it has 2 mounting holes for you to mount this on a wall. It's very convenient and save space on surfaces. Then there's a little sticker giving you information of the IP that you can use to sort of connect the router interface to and sort of configure. Now, this is a router without a modem, so you will need an external modem in order to get an internet connection working. However, there are certain connections which will not require an external modem. It all depends on the type of internet connection that you're going for. Then we see that the username for the default username rather for D-Link DIR 615 happens to be admin. The password is going to be blank for the first time that you connect to this device. When you do that, it'll give you a little prompt allowing you to set the password. Then we see that it has 5 dBi antennas, long range antennas, that's mentioned on the packaging. These aren't as long as we've seen. It's about 15 centimeters in length, you could say. These are fixed antennas, so you can't actually detach them like you can have in certain routers. And you can obviously orient them in 3 different angles. One is 90 degrees, completely upward facing. Then you have a 45 degrees inclination, and lastly you have 0 degrees, that's flat on the ground. And in case you had mounted on a wall somewhere, that's how you'd have it as well. Then on the back side we have the ports. You can see it clearly over here. These are all wired for all 8 pins, which means that this could be gigabit Ethernet port. So that's a wonderful thing to have, especially when you're transferring data from one LAN device to another LAN device using wired connection. So that'll be very quick. You have 4 ports for LAN, 1 for the internet, which will come from your modem. Then you have the power plug and the WPS plus reset button. If you tap it, you should be able to enable WPS. So within 30 seconds you can connect to the router using without using a password rather. And if you want to reset the device, you just keep it pressed down for about 2 to 5 seconds or more, and then the device should reset and you'll have to use the default configuration again. So that was a brief overview of the D-Link DIR 615. It's a wireless N router, 802.11 N router with maximum speed of 300 Mbps. Thank you.